Hey guys, it's Deepica, and I am very excited because I have a special guest today, and he took time away from doing like Gwen Stefani to do this on me, so it's like very exciting. Can you come over here and stop being a diva?
The magic of Hollywood, I flew right in.
Oh my goodness, literally.
My arms are tired.
This is Gregory, and he is an amazing makeup artist and a dear friend. Now I can say that because you're in my garage.
I agree. I know, totally. We met on set on the Fix Plus shoot for MAC. It was love at first spritz. I literally became obsessed with her. I was like, I'm going to be working with Deepica. I like the name. We're going to go deep. And
all the puns. I was blown away by my makeup. And the whole theme of that was like red carpet glam. We've been talking about it since that day. Like, Gregory, you gotta come on my channel and teach my followers tips and tricks on how you get red carpet glam, but in a way that feels like not scary and intimidating.
No, I mean, I always say the difference between a celebrity and a civilian is a couple $1 million and a personal chef. But really, truly, it's all about being the A+ version of yourself. But it's general tips and tricks for makeup.
Gregory's amazing partner, John, is also here, and he is going to be sharing red carpet hair glam, so I will definitely be linking to that video also. Where do we begin?
You know, we've already prepped your skin. Your skin is your canvas, and if the skin doesn't look good, nothing else does, in my opinion. If you're going to break up with your boyfriend, you need to look amazing.
Yeah.
You know, basically a good exfoliator. I like to use a little bit of a softening lotion, serums, moisturizers. I'm actually gonna start with the foundation, then I do color correcting. I kind of go a little bit in reverse. And due to the magic of television, I already know what foundation I'm gonna use on her. And this is the one I used on the Fix Plus shoot, which is Face and Body, C7.
So I always thought like NC42, because that is the one that has that like yellow undertone to it that like brown girls think is like for sure their color. But I'm telling you, when you put that C7 on me, I felt like the evenness on my skin was next level.
So when you're testing your foundation, always make sure you're testing it right here on the jawline because it needs to match up with what's happening here, because last I checked on the red carpet, you're not really wearing a turtleneck and long sleeves, right?
No.
You're showing skin, there's strapless and sleeveless. Keep it going. I like to just match it right on the jawline. And if it disappears, if you're like, well, I can't see it, that's good. You don't want to see it. So I'm using a 190 foundation brush. I do bring it down onto the neck. A lot of times women are very pale in here, so you want to make sure there's color consistency. The worst thing I can see is face on a stick. I hate it when I see the foundation being the wrong color or texture. You know, I remember reading in a magazine years ago, they were like, lift the foundation, it lifts the spirits. It lifts peach fuzz. So we want to go with the grain.
I shaved my face, it's fine.
Me too,
yeah.
Just kidding. Now, as you can see, I always put it on the back of my hand because I actually like the heat of my hand. And a great little hack that I like to do, I like to mix a little bit of strobe cream into the face and body. It brings a nice luminosity to it. You do?
I do that.
I love that. Yes, she gets points.
I get points.
I love it. I love skin.
So
it's my favorite thing.
Buildable?
It is buildable. I mean, you're not gonna get like a full Home Depot coverage with this, but you can build with concealer as well. I personally like to get the skin all one color and then decide if you need concealer or not. We're gonna use concealer, but it's like, you know, the whole point is kind of even out the skin tone, then you're using less product.
To be honest, like the Tarte Shape Tape has been my favorite for years, but the more I use it, the more I realize I'm just like caking things on my face rather than like letting my skin kind of breathe.
Most people want to look again like the A+ version of themselves, not the super painted lady version.
Color correcting is really intimidating to people. Is it, you think, commonly like that for most brown women?
I do. On usually darker skin, if you get like a pimple or a breakout or whatever, it usually goes dark. Anything that has like a little bit of a peach or an orange will cancel the purple.
Obviously I did the video with the red lipstick and stuff like that, but like that wasn't the right color. That was a hack.
Right, exactly. And we love a little hack, you know. This is also good. The
great palette.
The Pro Conceal and Correct palette. This is the medium deep palette. This is what you would use, medium deep. I'm gonna use the burnt coral. I'm using this one because I actually want to use more of a liquid version because it goes with the face and body nicely. So I'm just gonna use it all around your mouth. Boom, 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 boom. Just tap it. You don't need a ton and you're done. I'm just kidding. It's a little tribal. I like it, a little war paint. This is how we met and fell in love, Fix Plus. Loves. I'm actually gonna use the Fix Plus Gold Light. So it has a little bit of gold flecks in it so it makes the skin look a little more luminous.
So genius.
Spraying a beauty blender in black. Boom, boom, boom. Now that the color corrector's on, I want to make sure there's no evidence of it. So then I go right back over the whole thing with a little bit more face and body. So this way it doesn't go gray because we have the color corrector now. And make sure, by the way, you go all the way to the lash line. That is so important. And then while it's just sitting there, I'm gonna blend with the beauty blender. I mean, I was always a wedge sponge kind of guy, you know what I mean? But then when this came out, I was like, oh, I get it. When I started working for MAC, I was 22 years old and barely had hair on my chest. Now I'm 34, and last week I found my first gray one. on my back. No, I'm kidding. That was
I
a joke.
just
I'm
can't
35.
even- I was like...
But for 5 years now, but I've been telling this joke for 8. So I've been with MAC for more than half my life, 26 years. Isn't that crazy? Which is about the average age of your viewers, right?
Yeah,
pretty much,
honestly.
exactly, which is incredible. I'm gonna highlight. I actually like to use colors that are found in the skin as a base. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of NC42, which is your normal color.
It is.
And blend it with a little bit of NC40. And I'm literally just gonna put this on the high planes of the face.
He's highlighting my skin, but he's not highlighting my skin with a highlighter.
No.
He's
I'm not.
highlighting my skin by using a lighter color concealer or foundation.
I actually don't really live in a huge, the C word contour world. I'm not mad at contour at all, and
Yeah.
it's part of what makeup is, but I find that especially for red carpet, once you turn your head, you'll see a big stripe, and I don't want to see a big stripe. So
That
I'd rather...
stripe. We all know that stripe.
We all know the stripe. I like to do a little teeny bit of highlighting on your nose, and it's funny because Christopher Buckle, we're on the same page. I do a hint of contouring on the nose because it does flatten out with the light. So again, just blending. It's all about the Blendjamins.
Blendjamin!
Blend is your friend,
So
honey.
good.
I'm gonna go ahead and set her foundation with Studio Fix. Studio Fix, an iconic MAC product.
I genuinely love Mac. He's an
Totally.
incredible artist, and I was so honored to have him teach you guys red carpet.
Going. We just love each other, and I
And
want to show
we
her
both
some
genuinely
tricks.
love Mac, so it just like worked out. Done sponsored ones with them in the past. This one ain't. I told you guys I was gonna be more transparent, so this is transparent.
You're a transparent? You have kids?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. The only baking I do is at Christmas. I ain't mad at bacon, but it's like, or eggs. I'm gonna take the Studio Fix with a soft brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that right under your eyes.
I feel like this video has turned into demystifying Instagram trends, which I'm really about.
A lot of the younger girls I work with,
Yeah.
sometimes are like, oh, don't you wanna bake? Or are you gonna do contour? Are you gonna highlight and all that kind of stuff? Because they think that if you don't do that, your makeup is not complete.
Yeah. They're all just
This'll set it.
terms
They're
at
just
the end of the
terms,
day.
exactly. And there's nothing wrong with setting powder, and I do like them. I'm using now more of a little fluffier sort of dome-shaped brush to really get in there and pack it in. What I love about Studio Fix, it's a powder foundation. And a lot of people think, oh my God, is that gonna be so heavy going over liquid foundation?
Yeah.
But it depends on how you brush it on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that all in. C7. This is like, I call this my cordless airbrush. And the thing about Studio Fix, to demystify this, is you can actually use cream products over it strategically. Bing, 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 bing. There's a way to do it without it looking
Cakey.
heavy or cakey or Duncan Heinze. And we're not
Just
sponsored by them
saying.
either.
I would love to be. That
I
be
would
great.
too. Oh my God, please.
Call
Are you
us.
watching Duncan Hines?
For the Gregica show.
For the Gregica show. I like blushes to look like they're coming from within. I like it to look like you took a nice little walk in the sun for 10 minutes without the damage.
How do you figure out what the right color is for you?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So basically, I find oftentimes if blush is too pinky or if it's too purple or mauve, it can get a little gray. It looks a little dead.
Yes.
To me, it's not wrong. This is my favorite palette. I love this palette. I made it. Sorry. Margin and Floor Power are two of my favorites on your skin tone, but I'm gonna do Margin alone because I want it to look glowy. I don't want it to look too blushy. So basically what you're doing is you're starting on the apple of the cheek. I'm using a number 116 blush brush.
And you're going stroking
And
it.
I'm kind of stroking it right and through. It's like a little bit of a stroke and a swipe. It's not the Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Don't.
So I have her smile because A, I like it when someone smiles at me, but also it makes the skin very taut. Who's a pretty girl? I love
I'm a
that.
pretty girl.
I'm gonna use a little bit of cream color base. For your skin tone, I'm using bronze. I'm gonna mix it with a little teeny bit of this color called Hush.
What, do you know what the two colors are?
They're called bronze and Hush.
Oh, you
Remember
said
that time I said bronze and Hush?
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
remember that?
yeah,
I
like
don't-
2 seconds
hi,
ago.
That's all right, I
Wow.
still love you. So I'm just gonna apply it right here on the upper cheekbone. Puts a nice little beautiful glow on the skin. Give me a slow QVC turn. Nice, love it. I'm gonna let that kind of sit, and then I'm gonna get started with the eyes. So I'm gonna actually start with highlighting under the brow bone, and I'm gonna use a color called All That Glitters. I'm just gonna use this with a number 252 brush right under the brow. What I did was just used only one side of the brush because oftentimes people get a ton of product on, it can fall down, and literally right this minute, you could do a little bit of mascara, lip gloss, and be done.
Yeah.
But she's not gonna get off that easily. The Pro Longwear paint pot, and the color I'm gonna use is called Indian Wood, and he would. This I love. It is the most beautiful,
Is it what you
flawless,
have on?
fascinating. Yes, I do. I know, I'm one of those makeup artists like, I'm gonna do your makeup just like I'm wearing it. Look down, but don't close your eyes. Because unless you sleep for a living, and if you do, I totally want your job, you wear your
Yeah.
makeup with your eyes open. And a big mistake I see people make is closing one eye. Because you lose dimension and it gets a little wrinkly. Lift your brows slightly. unless you live in LA. It's hard to do that because we're paid to not do that. And I'm just gonna put this all over the lid.
I could use my finger for this.
Totally use your finger, that's what I do. But
Yeah.
I love this because this is going to really hold the eyeshadow on that I'm going to use over it all night, which
But
is great.
this could be by itself.
It could be by itself, totally. This could be your like, I'm going to Starbucks or, you
Yeah.
know, like, or to Duncan Hines. We're going to go on the other side and look down,
wait,
but don't
duh.
close. Exactly, look down. I will use my finger to kind of blend out the edges. So while that's all sitting, I'm going to do your brows.
Gregory is incredible at brows. He just trimmed mine.
I did trim her brows.
It's been a month since I got him done because sometimes you go to the wrong threading person, they F you up and you gotta grow them out.
Thready or not, here we come. So what I'm going to do is brush them into place. I mean, your brows are amazing. I love her eyebrows.
They
They're
are
gorgeous.
really good.
They really, really are. I like to use a shadow. I mean, everyone uses different things. I like
Beauty
using
hack.
shadow, a little beauty hack, and I've been using a shadow for 110 years because when I first started working for MAC, there were no eyebrow pencils. So the color I'm using is called Espresso. It's like a really beautiful, rich brown. Work towards the top of the brow because if you start to fill it in too much on the bottom, you can look really angry, which is good if you're in management. I like using a shadow because I find it looks a little bit more soft and natural.
I can't believe I'm going to meditation after this. I wish I had a date or a red carpet.
Well, you should. But I'm gonna keep your eye kind of clean
Yeah.
for this look, you know. One of my favorite colors for you tinted ladies out there is this, actually it's a blush called Blunt, but I like to use it as eyeshadow.
Yes.
Have you used it before? Have you used Blunt?
No.
What? So what I'm gonna do is use a little angle brush. So what I'm doing is going right around your lash line because this is gonna look like it's supposed to be your skin.
It's almost like a little it's under eye smoke, but it also is like a little under eye contour.
A little bit. I'm just using it a little wider out here. And there isn't any fallout, but if there ever is fallout, take a little bit of your Studio Fix.
That's a good tip.
Fluff it away with a fluffy brush. So basically you're gonna be my assistant. You're gonna
Okay.
hold that for me. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a little bit of Blunt. Now I'm using a number 224 brush. It's what I call the idiot proof brush. It does the work for you. So get a little bit. And again, this is where you don't wanna close your eyes. You can relax so you can hold that down. I know, right? Exactly. She's such a good helper without closing your eyes.
Oh,
Tilt
yeah,
your chin up a
duh.
little bit. And I'm gonna take the same color, Blunt, and work it back and forth right through the crease. And as promised, I'm gonna take a little bit down the nose because this is gonna look like your own shadow color. It literally has that beautiful warm tone to it.
I love that.
And wherever you put the brush first is where the most positive color is gonna go. So the outer corner makes sense because it'll give you that nice little lift. Look at that. I mean, your eyes are literally a makeup artist's dream.
That's what I hear.
Oh my God. I famously told Katy Perry once, I could take a nap in your crease. Beautiful. Love that. And that's just Blunt, to be perfectly blunt. Okay, so I'm just putting mascara on.
What are you gonna do for my lip?
I think I want to do like a really beautiful nude, just licked look. I like that. Like you just had a little popsicle or something. So what I do is I will do pencil and I fill in most of your lip and then I will do just lip gloss alone.
You guys, this is the final look. I hope you like the glitz and the glam. He added a little lip, a little liner. If you can tell, my hair is now done because John did it and we did this whole tutorial and the link to that is down below so you can see the full red carpet transformation. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to chime in and follow these guys. They're incredible, really talented and awesome people. And let us know down below what else you want to see from us and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.
Live tinted.
Live tinted, yes, you get me.